The sky turns gold over the ranch. Horses run through the mist. A door creaks open, and Amy steps out, eyes fixed on something in the distance. Her voice echoes softly, "Some things never really leave us." That one line changes everything. Heartland fans, get ready. Episode 5 isn't just another chapter. It's a turning point. It's the moment where old wounds meet new beginnings, where love and loss collide again under the wide Alberta sky. And if the trailer is any clue, this episode might be the most emotional one yet. Stay with me, because we're about to break down every hidden message, every glance, and every sound from the new trailer. Let's see what the Heartland family has in store for us next. The last episode of Heartland left us all with heavy hearts and quiet hope. We saw Amy trying to move forward, but you could feel the weight of her past in every scene. The ranch looked peaceful, yet something deeper was stirring. Jack's health scare reminded everyone that time doesn't slow down for anyone, not even in Heartland. Lou faced another tough decision as mayor, trying to balance her duty to Hudson with her family's needs. And Tim. Well, Tim's stubbornness might finally be catching up to him. Episode 4 ended with Amy standing alone by the corral, holding Spartan's reins. The wind was cold, the light was fading, and you could tell she was thinking about what comes next. The music slowed down, and her eyes said what words couldn't. That final moment wasn't just an ending, it was a promise. Something big was coming. Now, in the new trailer for Episode 5, that promise begins to unfold. The tone is different, darker, more personal. The shots move faster, the sky feels heavier, the background music has a heartbeat-like rhythm, building tension from the very first second. You can sense that this episode will test every member of the Bartlett-Fleming family in ways they've never faced before. This isn't just about the horses or the ranch anymore. It's about healing, about trust, about finding your place again when everything around you changes. Heartland has always been a story of strength and love, but in Season 19, that story feels more real than ever. So as we step into Episode 5, one question stands out above the rest. Can the Heartland family truly move on from their past? Or will the ghosts they've tried to bury finally return to the surface? The trailer opens in silence. Only the wind moves across the empty fields. A single horse stands near the fence, its breath visible in the cold morning air. Then, Amy's boots crunch softly on the gravel. She doesn't speak. She doesn't have to. Her face tells a story all on its own. You can almost feel what she's feeling, that mix of fear, hope, and quiet determination. Then, a sudden cut. Jack's voice breaks through. "You can't fix everything." Amy. Those words hang in the air like smoke. The camera lingers on his weathered face, the kind of face that's seen too much but still refuses to give up. It's a moment that pulls you in, reminding us that no one in Heartland is untouched by the past. Next, we see Lou at her desk, papers scattered, her phone ringing. Her eyes are tired, but her expression is strong. She's fighting battles on every front: work, family, and her own heart. The trailer doesn't show who's on the other end of that call, but the way she hesitates before answering says it all. It's someone who matters. Someone she's not ready to face. The music builds soft piano notes, turning into a low, tense rhythm. We catch glimpses of Tim walking away from the ranch, hands in his pockets, head down. There's a storm coming, not just in the sky, but between these people who love each other too much to let go, and too much to stay the same. Then the screen cuts to black. A voice, faint, almost a whisper, says sometimes, "Home isn't where you think it is." The shot returns to Amy riding across the open field. Wind rushing past her hair, the mountains watching from a distance. It's a scene that feels both lonely and freeing, as if she's trying to outrun her pain but somehow still circling back to it. The final seconds of the trailer hit hard. A door slams. A photo frame falls. The sound of a horse neighing breaks the quiet. And then, the shot that's got everyone talking, Amy looking toward the barn, her eyes wide, filled with shock and disbelief. What did she see? The trailer doesn't tell us. It cuts right there, leaving the screen dark except for 3 words. This changes everything. You can feel it. Episode 5 isn't going to be just another story about recovery or family bonds. It's going to dig deeper into old secrets and new beginnings. The way the trailer uses silence, light, and emotion tells us that something major is coming, something that will shift the balance of the ranch, and the people who call it home. This isn't just another episode. It's the moment the calm breaks. And whatever happens next, Heartland will never be the same again. Every face in the trailer tells a story, not just of pain or joy, but of quiet strength. This episode isn't about big moments or loud drama. It's about the unspoken, the pauses, the looks, the choices that will change everything at Heartland. Amy stands at the center of it all, steady but uncertain. There's a moment in the trailer where she gently brushes the mane of a nervous horse, her hands trembling just slightly. You can see it in her eyes. She's not just training the horse. She's trying to calm her own storm. Ever since Ty's death, Amy has carried a quiet ache, one that never fully fades. But this time, something feels different. The way she looks at the horizon, the way her voice softens when she says, "I have to try again," it feels like a turning point, a step toward healing, even if it hurts to take it. Then there's Jack, the heart of the ranch. His presence in the trailer is brief but powerful. Sitting on the porch, hat low, he watches the family move around him, each one lost in their own battles. His silence speaks louder than any dialogue. You get the feeling he knows what's coming, that he's preparing for another test, one that might shake the foundation he built for his family. And yet there's still warmth in his gaze. A quiet promise that no matter what happens, he'll hold them together. Lou, on the other hand, is pulled in too many directions. In one shot, she's standing in the kitchen, staring at an unopened letter. The light from the window hits her face just right, and for a second, she looks lost. Being a leader has always come naturally to Lou, but leadership comes with loneliness. The letter could be anything. A decision she's been avoiding, reminder of something unfinished, or maybe a chance to start over. Whatever it is, it's clear she's about to make a choice that won't be easy. And then there's Tim. We see him leaning against the fence. His face shadowed, his voice rough when he says, "You think running fixes things?" It doesn't. It's one of those lines that sticks with you. You can tell he's not just talking to Amy, he's talking to himself. The guilt, the pride, the regret, they're all still there, buried under years of trying to do better. But episode 5, this might be the one where he finally faces it head on. Each character in this trailer is fighting a battle no one else can see, and yet somehow they're all connected by the land, by love, by memories that won't let go. This episode feels like the moment those battles collide, where truths will be spoken, hearts will break open, and the strength of this family will be tested in ways that only Heartland can show us softly, beautifully, and with raw honesty. The trailer doesn't give us answers. It doesn't need to, because for these characters, the journey has never been about knowing what happens next. It's about having the courage to face it together. If you look closely, Heartland's trailer isn't just showing moments, it's speaking in symbols. Every frame feels like a whisper from the land itself. The wind across the field, the glint of sunlight on a horse's mane, the sound of boots on dry dirt. They all carry meaning. This episode seems to weave together 3 powerful themes: healing, legacy, and the courage to begin again. The first theme, healing, runs through every shot like a heartbeat. Amy's journey has always been about mending broken spirits, both human and horse. But in episode 5, that healing turns inward. The way she looks at the ranch, the way she pauses before reaching out to touch Spartan, it's not just nostalgia, it's acceptance. The kind that comes when you realize the past doesn't fade, it becomes part of who you are. Then comes legacy. We see it in Jack's old hands tightening around his coffee mug. In the slow shot of him looking out at the land he's spent his life protecting. The ranch isn't just property, it's memory. Every fence post, every stall, every scar in the wood holds a story. Heartland has always reminded us that legacy isn't about what we leave behind, but what we continue to build. One sunrise, one second chance at a time, and finally, courage to begin again. There's a simple, almost haunting shot of Lou walking through the barn. Her hand brushing along the wall, dust rising behind her. That image says everything. Sometimes courage doesn't roar. Sometimes it's just showing up, still standing, still trying. Even when the weight of yesterday follows you into tomorrow. Even nature feels alive in this trailer. The way the light shifts from gold to gray, how the wind picks up just as someone's voice fades out. It's as if the land is reacting to their emotions, breathing alongside them. Heartland has always used its setting as more than a backdrop. It's a mirror. When the characters are lost, the landscape feels colder. When they find peace, the sky opens up. It's storytelling that doesn't need words, it just needs time. And there's one more subtle symbol, the door. It appears 3 times in the trailer. Amy opens one. Jack closes one. Lou stands before one, uncertain. 3 doors, 3 choices. It's almost poetic. A message about change, about how sometimes the hardest thing isn't walking through a new door. It's letting the old ones stay closed. Heartland has always been about family and second chances. But this time, it feels deeper. Like it's asking us to look at our own lives too. What do we hold on to? What do we let go of? And what parts of our story are we brave enough to rewrite? As the trailer fades to black, one sound remains a slow heartbeat, steady and calm. It's the rhythm of Heartland itself, reminding us that no matter how many storms come, this ranch, this family, this story, always finds its way back to the light. The screen fades from black, and we see the Heartland Ranch bathed in early morning light. The fields are still, the horses calm, the kind of quiet that only happens before something big. That's what episode 5 feels like. The calm before a storm that everyone's been waiting for, according to the release schedule. Heartland Season 19, Episode 5 is set to air soon, and the buzz around it is louder than ever. Fans have been counting the days, not just for another episode, but for the one that changes everything. The trailer makes that clear. Every edit, every line, every moment feels like it's leading us toward a breaking point. What can we expect? More emotion, more truth, and maybe even a few tears. The tone of this trailer hints that episode 5 won't just pick up where the last one left off, it will shift the entire season's direction. There's a tension that lingers behind every shot, as if something important is about to surface, something the family's been avoiding for too long. You can tell the creators have poured their hearts into this one. The pacing, the music, the way the story breathes, it all feels carefully built to bring both nostalgia and surprise. This isn't just about what happens next. It's about what it means. Heartland has always walked the line between loss and love, and episode 5 seems ready to walk that line again. Maybe even stumble a little before finding its balance in the end. And if you've watched this series long enough, you know what that means? Tears, hope, and a quiet smile when the credits roll. That's the Heartland magic. It hurts, but it heals. So mark your calendars. Because this isn't just another Friday night at Heartland Ranch. This is the episode that fans will talk about for weeks. The one that might just remind us all why we keep coming back for the warmth, the pain, and the promise that even after everything, life still goes on under the same open sky. The trailer may last only a minute, but for fans, it was enough to light up the internet. Within hours of release, social media filled with excitement, theories, and memories, all from people who've grown up with this show. You could feel it everywhere. The love, the nostalgia, the connection that only Heartland brings. Some fans wrote that the trailer gave them chills, not because of big twists or cliffhangers, but because it felt like home again. It's not just a show, one comment said. It's the sound of hooves, the smell of hay, the feeling of coming back to something you've missed. Others shared emotional reactions, remembering the early seasons and how the ranch has changed along with them. But not all reactions were calm. Many fans are worried too, wondering what Amy's expression at the end really means, or who that voice in the background belongs to. Theories are flying everywhere. A returning character, a hidden letter, maybe even a long-awaited confession. That's the beauty of this fandom. Everyone sees something different. but they all care the same, across platforms. You'll find thousands of people from Canada to Australia, from the first-time viewers to fans who've been watching since the pilot, all gathering to talk, to guess, to hope. They're not just reacting to a trailer. They're reconnecting with a story that's been part of their lives for nearly 2 decades. And that's what makes Heartland special. It's more than a TV show. It's a family, and every fan is part of it. Episode 5 isn't just about the characters on screen. It's about the people watching, feeling, remembering, and waiting together. So as the countdown continues, one thing is clear: the Heartland community isn't just ready for Episode 5, they're living for it. And when it finally airs, it won't just be another Sunday night, it'll be a homecoming. As the screen fades to dusk, the ranch glows under a fading orange sky. The wind moves softly through the fields, carrying the sound of horses in the distance. Calm, steady, timeless. That's Heartland. It doesn't rush. It doesn't shout. It simply lives and breathes through the moments that matter. Episode 5 feels like one of those moments, the kind that reminds us why we've stayed with this story all these years. It's not about perfect endings or grand surprises. It's about family. About holding on, even when life pulls you apart. About finding pieces of yourself in the people and places that refuse to let you go. Every glance, every word, every silence in this trailer carries weight, the kind that only Heartland can deliver. The show has never needed explosions or big twists. Its power has always come from honesty. And that honesty shines brighter than ever in what's coming next. So as we wait for Episode 5 to arrive, maybe that's the real message. That no matter where life takes us, we can always return home. Not just to a place, but to the stories, the people, and the memories that made us who we are. Because Heartland isn't just a show we watch, it's a feeling we carry. A reminder that hope never truly leaves, and that even the hardest days can end in light. And if the trailer is any sign, that light is about to shine again. Soft pause until next time. Keep your hearts open and your boots in the dirt.